All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. I am recording this episode at 2 a.m. and yeah, I am tired now. That tiredness done, kicked in and stuff. But before I go to sleep, I wanted to do an episode to let people know, like, if you're gonna argue with somebody on something, especially that person is like smart in that field, it's not going to be a logical argument. Talking to the person that wants to argue with somebody on something that they know about those things that, that y'all are arguing on. Like, they have knowledge in that field and stuff. So, overall, I will be, kind of like telling a story that leads into today's episode, even though I'm recording this episode at night. But this episode will be posted for whatever day it's posted and stuff. But anyways, I will be telling a story to let you guys know why I'm doing this. So anyways, so story time, within the podcast. I've done this before. I do this, I think, every podcast episode. So anyways, so for those that don't know, I'm heavily into shoes, all right? I've been involved in shoes since 2016, 2017. I have to say I was kind of clueless in the start of it all, but fam, I am watching videos on shoes that I already own, okay? I am reading articles, all right? I am watching videos like the backstory behind shoes. I am looking through the tech specs. I'm telling you, people, if y'all got any shoe questions, okay, come to me, all right? I will not guide you wrong. It's like, if my thing is this: if you want to learn about cooking, who are you going to go to? A chef. If you want to know about content creating, who are you going to go to? A content creator. If you want to learn about politics, who are you going to go to? Somebody that's in politics. And if you want to know something about shoes, who are you going to go to? This guy right here, TMossBoss. There may be other people out there that you'll go to, like, your sneaker plugs or your sneaker dealers and stuff that can tell you some things. But I'm saying you're going to go to somebody with some knowledge in the stuff that you're talking on. So anyways, so yesterday, me and somebody, we got into a heated discussion about shoe sizing and shoes and all that type of stuff. So here's the thing. Beginning of the argument, knew they were wrong. Knew they were in the wrong. Why? And it's not because it's, my knowledge. It's because of what they have said previously before about shoes. Now, here's the thing with shoes and stuff. Like, when you get the shoes and, like, the box and all that stuff, when you get the one key thing that you're going to get is the box for the shoes, right? And on one side of the box is going to have the shoe sizing. Now, if you get you a shoe box and it doesn't have no shoe sizing sticker, I would question whether them shoes is legit, because you might have gotten some knockoffs, and yeah, so, but who knows? Maybe they just, I think every pair of shoes I've ever bought, and they've always came with the sizing. I don't think there's ever been a time where I bought a pair of shoes and it did not come with the sizing. So yeah, that's why I'm like, nah, be a little bit cautious. No, there's like a light that you can get where you can like hover it over the shoes or flash it on the shoes, and I guess it'll show things to like let you know if the shoes is fake and stuff. Or you can go to like a reselling store or there's probably get you that light, watch videos on how you can detect whether a shoe is fake and things, and there you go. So, but anyways, every shoe box that I have ever bought has had the shoe sizing on it. Now, my shoe size is a 10. And with every shoe size, out there where it's like, there's the men, which is going to be like, okay, like 10 for an example. And then underneath it is they're going to have the women, because a lot of shoes today are unisex. So meaning that men and women can wear those shoes. So here's the thing. Underneath every, sizing, men's sizing, there's women. And every shoe out there, the women's size will always be 1.5 size bigger than the men. So meaning if you're a size 10 in men, you're going to be a size 11.5 in women. So that's how that's how I overall know that that's, some real legitimate stuff, because I've heard it in sneaker videos before. There are, sneakerheads that I've watched on YouTube where they've even said that themselves. And there is a pair of shoes that I had bought where they were, it was the Vapor Max 2020s, I believe. And there was because they didn't have the shoes in the men's section on the Nike app. So I ended up having to go to the women's section on the Nike app, buy the shoes 11.5 because it was still the same shoe. You had to go in the women's section. So there's a little key advice that you guys can take with you. If there's ever a time where you're wanting to buy you a pair of shoes and you can't find them in the men's section, always check the women's section because a lot of the shoes today is unisex. Men and women can wear them. So shoes is literally rated E for everybody at this point. So, but anyways, all shoes shoe sizes for women will always be 1.5 size bigger than men. So here's the thing. This person I was arguing with about the shoe sizing now before, and that's how I knew. I was like, okay, by far have this argument won. But, for them, if they want to win the argument, they can. But I'm like, I know that they're in the wrong. And I'm like, and you could go to anybody else and ask them, yeah, they're wrong. But anyways, I remember I asked them one time, what was your size in men? And they said it was a 10. Now, if your shoe size is a 10 in men, what did I just say? Your shoe size is going to be an 11.5 in women. Now, this particular person happens to be a woman. Their shoe size, 11.5, but they think that it's 11. And I'm like, I can show you numerous or all. You choose whether you want a few or all the shoe boxes that I have. They're all going to say men's size 10, women size 11.5. You can ask any Foot Locker worker, Champ Store worker, Finish Line worker, reseller, anybody out there that knows about shoes. You can ask them. 10, 11.5. All right, 10 men, 11.5 women. So one thing led to another, and I ended up just like walking away from the whole thing because I'm like, you know what, nah, like I'm not going to overall like get any more involved in this argument because I'm like, you're arguing with a person that literally goes out and like scopes out for shoes, bruh. There are days where I'm like, I'm bored. I'm gonna go to the mall and look for me some shoes, or I'll just be randomly sitting down and things. I'll be in the bathroom, pull my phone out, go through the Nike app, go through StockX. I am learning. I'm sitting there actively learning about shoes. I'm reading the history on shoes. I am watching other people's videos and stories on shoes. I am a sneakerhead. You cannot argue with me about shoes. It just don't make, especially if the person don't know too much or doesn't know anything at all about that particular subject. You can't argue with a person on that. And you're arguing with a person that they spend their time. I have a whole channel and an Instagram account. Do I have a TikTok account? I probably have a TikTok. I think I do have a TikTok account where it's just about shoes. So my thing is this. If you're trying to, figure out something about shoes, who are you going to overall go to? You're going to go to somebody that knows about shoes. If you need a medical question, who are you going to go to? Somebody that's in the medical field, a nurse, doctor, somebody, all right? If you go and you want to learn something about cooking, who are you going to go to? A chef. So my thing is this. I may not be, a professional expert when it comes to shoes, but I can tell you everything that I know about shoes. I can tell you the sizing about shoes. I can tell you how shoes fit differently. Not all shoes gonna fit the same, bro. I'm telling you, there are shoes out there where I bought them and they've been too small. There's these Air Jordan 3s. It was those red cement 3s that came out some years ago. And I had to get them in a 9.5 because the store that I think I went to both Foot Locker and Champs, and they only had 0.5 shoes. They didn't have none of the just even shoes. They had they had a 6.5, a 7.5, a 8.5, a 9.5. So they didn't have and then I think it only went up that high. And I'm thinking in my head what kind of no, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But I ended up having to buy a 9.5. Now, the shoes do fit, but they are smaller than most shoes, okay? Now, then there's these other pair of Air Jordan 3s that I bought, the Animal Instinct 2.0s. I managed to get those in the size 10. Now, I bought them shoes online because I'm like, I ain't even gonna go to the Champ Store, Foot Locker, go all the way up there, and they talking about, oh, you need to get these shoes in a 9.5 or a 10 point. Nah, I'm like, I ain't doing all that. Nah, y'all being weird and stuff. So anyways, but no, them shoes, cause no, I remember, I did get those shoes prior before the pandemic had started, and I remember when there was a day where I was catching a bus, them shoes had started settling in, and it was hurting my feet. And I was like, bruh, no, that is one of the worst ideas that I could have possibly did. And I even had did that with another pair of Jordans, and it was these 9.5s. They were small. They were hurting my feet. I even think back when I was in school, I had made that mistake where I had got some shoes because I was like, oh, well, the ones that I had before, they seem to still fit. No, that's the thing. As you get older, especially when you're a kid, but I feel like your feet can, progressively get bigger and stuff. But as you even when you're like in your adult ages and things, like they can maybe get wider or something. I don't know. But anyway, I haven't, reached to that point in time in my life yet. I'm still fine with size 10 shoes and stuff. But anyways, but no, like definitely when you're in school, like of course like elementary through high school, and I think probably when you're in high school it's gonna probably stop. But no, I remember I had did that with and it was happened to be the most craziest criminal bound shoes that you can think of, but some black Air Forces. No, I remember, I think it was my sophomore year in high school. Yeah, it was my sophomore year in high school. And I had these, I still have them till this day. I don't wear them. I just got them sitting there, collecting dust. But it was these black Air Forces. They were in 9.5. And I remember me and my friend, we were walking around because we ditched school because it was the first day. It was like the first day of school. And it was more so for like freshmen and stuff. So we were like, nah, bro, let's freaking ditch it. I went to his house, played that, what was that game that came out before Skyrim? I think it was Oblivion or something like that. Did that. Walked over to another friend's house. But I'm telling you, my feet were in pain. Now, I didn't know that at the time because I was a sophomore at 15. So that was like 10 years ago when I wasn't even in the shoes, all right? In fact, I hated shoes. I hated everything about shoes. I couldn't tell you nothing about shoes. If somebody were to approach me and be like, hey, you're going to get the cool gray 11s that's coming out, I'm like, say that, but say it slow. What is cool gray 11s? What is that? Like, I don't know what that is. I'm 15. I don't know what cool gray 11s are. So, excuse me. I'm like, what is that? 10 years later, I'm 25. I didn't sit there and watch probably hours upon videos. Somebody asked me, hey, you plan on getting the cool gray 11s? I'm like, I'm already about 10 steps ahead. No, I'm 11 steps ahead of you, pun intended. Because I'm like, nah, I went to a reselling store and got them shoes. So, my thing is this. You're going to go to somebody and talk to them about shoes and they know about shoes. The argument's over, okay? Argument is over. You've been saying, like, even if you try to, like, go to a judge and try to argue with them about being a judge, how do you think it goes when somebody tries to argue with Judge Judy about being a judge? Case is going to get dismissed, all right? So, anyways, but what was I overall saying? I was saying some other stuff. It's 2 a.m. right now, and I am tired, bro. And I'm like, I just want to go to sleep, and I'm trying to drag this out to be 15 minutes. But anyways, but yeah, like I know everything that there needs to be known about shoes. Even though I'm like half asleep when, doing this episode, like I'm not half asleep. I'm probably at maybe like 65% right now, but I'm like, it's like, it's kind of going down like an iPhone battery and things. So it's probably getting a little bit lower, but anyways, but yeah, I'm like, man, like, I don't know why people want to like argue with me about stuff. And I'm like, it just, like this just brings me back to like with YouTube and people are trying to argue with me about being a content creator. And I'm like, look, you may have your own ways of being a content creator, but I have my way of being. Well, this is kind of different because I'm like, at least with the people that I was arguing with, they had like some experience with being a content creator, but were they good, legitimate content creators? No. But with me on the other hand, I'm not no good, legitimate content creator. I just do what I love doing. But I'm not gonna sit here and try to like tell people, oh, this how you do this how you do that, whatever. No, if you have your way of doing things, you have your way of doing things. So, but yeah, I'm like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, I'm not going to argue with a person about some stuff. And I'm like, and I don't, know about it and things. So, But anyways, yeah, I was all like, after that, I stopped arguing because I was like, it's there's no point, it's just running back in circles. Obviously, people want to always be right when arguing with me. So like, my thing is this, I know people are gonna probably say the same with me. Like, I always want to be right. Here's the thing. If I don't know what I'm talking on, then obviously I'm not right. I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm not afraid to admit that I've taken some L's in arguments before because I'm talking on some stuff that I don't know about. Like somebody's like, if I'm arguing with somebody about makeup, I don't know nothing about makeup. I don't know nothing about eyeliner or eyeshadow or the eye itself. Like I'm saying, like I'm clueless to that. So somebody's all like, no, it was funny because it was a friend of mine. Shout out to my friend Melissa. She was the first person to ever take me into a makeup store. Because before that, I didn't even know that there was like different shades of like, I think it was, or like different levels to lipstick. I didn't know that at all. I was all like, I just thought you just walked in, get red, and you were good. Like, I didn't know that there was more to it. But anyways, I thought I saw something. I should have turned my light on because I don't know if I saw like a shadow. I'm like, nah, there's like I don't want none of that going on right now. But anyways, but yeah, because I did this with my and distracted me and things. All right, I'm good. I'm back in it. But anyways, but no, like she took me into a makeup store and I was clueless, bruh. I was just like, dang, like this is how it is in here. Like, huh? Okay. But it was funny. That thing, did I wouldn't call her a sneakerhead, but no, there was a time though I remember when I did like, it was just my way of like, okay, this is what I do. I go sneaker shopping. This is where I'm good at. This is my makeup store and stuff. But no, like she knew what she was getting. She knew what she was getting into and stuff. And I'm like, okay, she knows about this. So arguing with her, like, what's the difference between this and she knows the difference between that. And people, and then my thing is, she'll probably, like, well, she didn't, because she was just like, nah, he already. So it was like, me and her, we just had, like, that mutual mindset, like, of being, the onlooker, the person that's just, like, that's standing by and just kind of, like, looking as, as you're in work and stuff of doing whatever you're doing and things. And so, yeah, but I remember she took me in there, I was all like, dang, like, this is what be happening in here, okay, I see you. I'm like, all right. So I'm saying, like, you out here doing your thing. And then, like, same with me. She probably seen when we when I went sneaker shopping, she seen me. She was just like, oh, no, he's doing his thing. He knows what he's getting and stuff. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, if a person knows what they're into, if they know what they're, if they've been knowing what they've gotten into and they know about the stuff that they're, involved in, it's like you can't tell them, like whatever your facts are on it. And I'm like, I'm not trying to say that I know more than people, but I'm saying like if I have the evidence to show that I know more than people in a certain subject, I'm saying like my thing is this. If you can prove me wrong, okay, you prove me wrong. But if you have no proof into proving me wrong, and then I'm out here telling you stuff, and then you telling me things that's wrong, I'm like, bro, it's not gonna work out. It never will work out. So I'm saying like that's why it's stuff like that. I'm like, I give up at some point in time because I'm like, you know what? Nah, like obviously this person got like this undefeated Undertaker streak that they got going on, and I'm like, but at some point in times, like you are gonna have to take L's. So, anyways, but yeah, I'm just saying, just pretty much like the overall moral of this podcast episode: get the right size shoes and stuff. Don't get no wrong size shoes because then you're gonna try to get into arguments. It ain't gonna work out. You're gonna get into arguments with people. And it's just going to seem silly, all right? Especially if you arguing with somebody that's like, I've referred to myself as a sneaker addict, a sneakerhead, okay? I have a whole YouTube channel with I think it was over 100 videos now. I have to check, but it was like a sneaker channel with over 100 videos. Like, I'm saying, like, it's, it just doesn't make any sense in things. But anyways, yeah, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to all my 38 YouTube channels, including my sneaker channel, Sneakers in Sight. All right. Yeah, make sure you follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch at TMossBoss. I was like, it took me, I am tired, okay? Make sure you like my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And make sure you use my supporter creator code for Epic Games, TMossBoss. And yeah, in the meantime, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.